Welcome to my channel Daily Bulletin News. Days of Our Lives shocking connection. Abigail and Mark's mother is spoiler. Finally, Days of Our Lives has given us a motive as to why Mark and his sister, Abigail, we still aren't entirely sure what her real name is, are going after Chad. After quite a bit of confusion over whether the Greens' parents were alive or dead, Days of Our Lives revealed yesterday that, not only is their mother alive, she's being held captive by Clyde. Her life is in his hands, forcing her oldest kids to go along with Clyde's plan to fake Abigail's return, have her marry Chad and take the entire DiMera fortune. There are a few steps we're still trying to figure out, like just how Abigail is going to accomplish that when Chad doesn't even have access to the entire fortune, but at least we know why this is all happening. But now that we've got confirmation that the mysterious Mrs. Green is alive, we can't help but wonder if there's more to this than meets the eye. And more specifically, is Clyde's hostage someone who's been on the canvas before? Because otherwise the show is taking a huge leap, counting on us to care about new characters in a new family with a new mother that Clyde is holding hostage somewhere. Usually, new characters end up being revealed to have some secret connection to folks already around. In the past, that meant another secret child of Stefano, but we're going to guess that fake Abigail's mom isn't one of the Phoenix's long-lost daughters. Because that would make what's happening with Chad incredibly wrong. But the mysterious Mrs. Green could still be tied to the DiMeras, along with another major family in town, like Marlena's. How can that be? Well, allow us to spin a tale of Marlena's cousin, Trista Evans, played back in the day by the incomparable Barbara Crampton. She came to Salem back in the 80s, fell in love with and married Eugene Bradford and fell victim to the Salem slasher, aka Andre DiMera. In fact, her murder was pretty darn similar to Abigail's. Like Abigail, she was killed for knowing too much. In Trista's case, she was a nurse, rather than a reporter, which is how she found discrepancies in Stefano's supposed death at the time. He couldn't have anyone turning him in, so he ordered Andre to stab her to death as the Salem slasher. That sounds a lot like Clyde stabbing Abigail after she found out about his drug ring, doesn't it? But maybe, just maybe, Stefano relented and brought Trista back to life with a new face, her memories wiped and given a new identity in some twisted act of devotion to the woman he's always been obsessed with, her cousin, Marlena. He'd have eliminated the threat, but allowed her to live her life, well, a life, without ever interfering with him again. She could have met the Green siblings' father, married and started a new family with 4 kids. Granted, she'd be a bit on the older side to have Aaron and Felicity, but the kids could have been adopted. There is a big age gap between the young 2 and the older 2. And maybe that's where Clyde got the idea. He's a man of, quite honestly, shocking resources, who's gunning for the DiMera fortune and has forced the likes of Stefano and EJ to do his bidding. He could have dug into Stefano's misdeeds, somehow found out what had happened to Trista and thought, why not use that same story with Abigail and Trista's daughter? That would make the Green siblings Marlena's second cousins, or is it first cousins once removed? Either way, it would secretly make them Evans family members, tie them to one of the biggest names in daytime and, when this all comes out, give Marlena a whole new family in town. Maybe we're reaching, but there has got to be some connection to the rest of the town and someone on canvas. Otherwise, what's the point of this? Besides, we all know how the writers love digging up characters from the past and putting a new spin on them. What are your thoughts? Is the Greens' mysterious mother someone we'll end up knowing, or is this all just random? Please subscribe our channel.